Dalton, Riley, Wolves and Wagers. We were both profitable last night, right?
Yeah, it felt good. Get back on the right side of things. Tough couple days for us there, but could have been better. I mean, Derek Lively scores 9 points on perfect shooting in the first half, and Kidd doesn't play him in the second half. But that's betting. Some stuff like that happens. But overall, can't complain. We're profitable. We got some picks today for not a huge slate, but there's enough games for us to get a couple videos out here. Stay tuned for the Timberwolves props, but we're going to focus on the rest of the games here first. I'm starting off with Memphis Grizzlies money line at -118. They play Washington tonight. They're 0-2, so I think they finally get in the win column here after a loss last night to the defending champs.
Yeah, I know we got some Wizards kind of later on in this video, but yeah, I really like that. I think the Grizz are going to still get the dub, but we got some a backcourt putting up some big numbers here later on in this video. But I kind of want to touch on the Miami Heat call a little bit, Riley.
Yep.
One possession game. We're talking about potential Eastern Conference Finals matchup here. What'd you think about that call at the end there on Jimmy?
That's a tough call. I mean, that's a game deciding call, right? Like Miami had worked so hard to get back into it, and to kind of take it away like that and have the Stripes decide the game. I wasn't in love with that. I'd like you to let them play it out. Last year those two teams met in the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, national TV, you just got to let that play through there.
Yeah, and I think my biggest thing is you give a team like Boston another opportunity late in the game, they're going to make you pay. So as soon as that call wasn't changed, I kind of had a bad feeling that Miami was done. But leading into my first bet, a guy who probably won't be on my card very often, Quentin Grimes, over 10.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Thought that was a pretty low number. If he can come out and knock down a couple of threes and maybe get a couple of transition buckets, he already reaches that. Right. So got Quentin Grimes on my card today.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the Knicks theme here. I really like that pick. I was looking at 7.5 points for Grimes, but I decided to go elsewhere. Yeah. I'm going Julius Randle over 4.5 assists at plus money, plus 104. A lot of you people might be thinking, Julius Randle assists, and I myself thought that might have been a little high. But checking his box score, he's crushed that line in the 2 games this year. He struggled from the floor in both games, so he's getting involved elsewhere, making sure he's still being profitable for the Knicks there, but I'll take it. I'll buy it at plus money.
Yeah, and I think, he's still going to get double teams in this league, surprisingly, because he can go for 50 any night. So I could see him kind of dishing out to Brunson, maybe dishing out to RJ quickly and maybe getting a couple assists there. So I like that. And then I'm kind of going with a little under the table. LaVine over 7.5 rebounds and assists. Normally I kind of go for his points if I think he's got a good matchup offensively, but I'm actually going to go over rebounds and assists for LaVine tonight.
Yeah, he spurned me last night with the points, but he was still rebounding and dishing it, and they snuck out a win there. And that was an entertaining game. I don't know if you watched that one at all, but
nope,
overtime victory for them. But I'm going here to Jalen Duren for over 10.5 boards at -136. I'll drink the juice on there. Normally I don't like to be at that -130 territory, but I'll bite on this one too, just because 14 and 17 in his first 2 games this year.
Yeah, and I think when I was looking at that game too, for the Pistons, Jalen Duren rebounds was the only one I was looking at. So really like that on your side of things. But then I think we're going to lead into the Wizards backcourt a little bit. So I'll start. I got Poole over 30.5 points, rebounds, assists. I think he can get some buckets. He's obviously going to get his shots up, and if those start knocking down, I think he could have a big night. But he won't be on my card very much this season, right? Just don't really know what to expect from him in a Wizards uniform, but I'll bite on the over tonight.
Yeah, and then his backcourt mate there, Tyus Jones, old friend Tyus, in game 1 in a blowout loss, so he played less than 30 minutes. He finished with about 25 or 26 PRA. I can't remember exactly what it was. So Tyus had over 21.5 PRA at -111. I'm going to take that one tonight. I think Marcus Smart's going to be guarding Poole. And so I did think about going Poole 3-pointers or something like that, but I decided I was just going to lean towards Tyus this time.
Yeah, and I really like that after you sent this to me. So I think one of us is going to hit. Hopefully both of us hit.
Yep.
But in a perfect world, Tyus and Poole, 50 for points, rebounds, assists. I think they'd be getting the dub in that matchup, to say the least. But I'm actually going to roll with a Tennessee Vol. Big matchup today. for the Vols, I'm going to go with Tobias Harris, over 22 and a half rebounds, points, and assists. I think he could be a big part of the game. It always seems like Tobias gets those like easy putback layups that get him like 4 or 6 points a night, and I think that could come up big.
Yeah, you know, without James Harden being present, Maxey had a nice game in game 1 for them, so they need some scoring from elsewhere. Guy like Tobias, he's going to get his mid-range jumpers up, right? That's kind of part of his game, so I like that bet a lot. My last one for this video is going to be a little 3-legger long shot here. We got all at plus money: Pacers money line, Raptors money line, and Pistons money line. I did this yesterday. Yes. And I'm going to be honest, I thought it was going to hit. I thought
you had it. I thought you had it too.
Two out of the 3 teams lost in my yesterday's parlay, but they were both leading late in the fourth quarter and then ended up losing it overtime. So that one was a tough pill to swallow, but I'm going to run it back and put a half a unit on a little 3-leg long shot parlay there. Yeah,
the Raptors won. I think they're up 10. I felt like every time I was checking that game, so I wasn't really worried about that one, in all honesty, for you, Rye. But I still like kind of, you know, having a back-to-back night with a big payout. So hopefully that can come your way. But my last one is going to be Kevin Durant under rebounds and assists. I think he's going to be putting up a lot of shots. They're going to rely on him a lot offensively. And I think he's just going to be mostly in the scoring column tonight. So I got him under 12 and a half rebounds and assists. But we got the Timber Pups episode coming up next, so stay tuned, and appreciate you guys as always.